We have a question here from Eduardo Albertino. Eduardo, we've enabled you to unmute yourself. What is your question for Emmy?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, I am a pianist from Brazil. I'm a classical pianist. And I always think I learn a lot from actors and actresses. And I'd like to know a little bit about, I'd say, the process, maybe technically speaking, because in my area, I deal with the challenges, for example, memorization, how to memorize things long term, the difficulties of the stage. Every day is a different day. Some days we are not feeling well, we are not so confident, we cannot focus a lot. And with your experience, I'd like to know if you can tell a little bit about this. How is your process to work on a new play or a new series, a new role? The biggest challenge for you, because in my case, for example, I deal with some motor memory or muscle memory, and long term, we can lose that. It becomes automatic. It becomes mechanic, and it's a danger for us to lose our conscience on stage, you know? Do you go through this kind of challenge in your in your work, in your activity? Could you tell us about this, please, a little bit?
I think I'm simultaneously confident and like not confident at all. I'm confident that I've put a lot of thought into it, but I'm not always confident that it's going to work, or that other people are going to like it. But I think ultimately, you know, you're not working in a vacuum, right? Like I'm not a solo pianist. I am one instrument in the orchestra, right? I'm one character, or I'm just the director or just the producer. So this is really a team effort, and it is really up to your peers and your director to reflect back at you if it's working or not. It's my job to do all the preparation. Memorizing for me is just a muscle. Like you go to the gym, and the more that you do it, the more easy it becomes. And I think different people learn differently how to memorize. For me, it doesn't matter what it looks like on the page, like that doesn't help me. I'm all by how it sounds. So I record the scene and I listen to it over and over and over. And then I just do the other person's dialogue, and I play stop and start on the voice memo recorder. It's very rudimentary. I don't use a program. I have like just voice memos of the scene and the other person's dialogue. And then I, you know, cover my dialogue and play their dialogue and, you know, go back and forth and make sure I got it right. And then I'll have somebody read it with me and just go word for word and make sure that I got it all right. There are also some directors that care if you're, or writers that care if you're absolutely word perfect, and some people don't care at all. But I like to try to be word perfect. That's the easy part though, because that's just like kind of basics. Like you have to do that part. I think for me, it all starts with kind of an exploration. If I have enough time, or if I have the role, or if I have a couple weeks with the audition, then I kind of try to do a psychological autopsy. I'm very intellectual about it at first. I break down where the person is from, what I think their upbringing was like. I try to find the secrets that are in the scene of what they're not saying or what they are saying. And then I try to let those things inform the rest of the story about the person that's not on the page. From there, I try to think, okay, what are the ways in which this person is going about the world? How are they reacting in this situation? And how would I find those feelings in myself? If I haven't had those experiences or haven't felt those things, I will try to generate those feelings or experiences in myself in a safe way. Right, I'm not going to go out and kill someone or do a whole bunch of drugs. Like there are other ways to experience things that are safer. So that's kind of what I tried to do. And then after kind of intellectually thinking about it too much, I start kind of feeling my way through the text and kind of find my way through the scene. It's a really long process. I'm not somebody who's a good cold read. My cold read is not good. I'm like a good 570th read. But I think, by the way, like I just worked with Amanda Seyfried and she's incredible and is much more kind of immediate and in the moment and doesn't put as much preparation into it, and she's brilliant. So everyone has a different way that works for them. My way just works for me and has up until this point, but I think it has its drawbacks too.
Thank you very much for that. Really interesting. Amazing. Thank you.